March 21, 1980. A quiet night in South Philadelphia. Angelo Bruno, the city's most powerful mob boss, sat in his car outside his home. A single shotgun blast to the head ended his life, and an era of uneasy peace. Bruno ruled not with blood, but with silence. But when the gentle dawn fell, Philadelphia erupted into a storm of betrayal, bullets, and bodies. This is the story of how one man's refusal to spill blood sparked the deadliest mob war in American history. Angelo Bruno wasn't your typical mobster. While others glorified violence, he built his empire on whispers, not warfare. Taking control of the Philadelphia crime family in 1959, Bruno avoided drugs, kept hits rare, and forged alliances with New York's 5 families. His rule was so calm, the FBI dubbed him the Docile Don. Bruno's power came from his web of legitimate businesses, vending machines, casinos, even olive oil imports. He bribed politicians, controlled unions, and let his underlings profit, as long as they followed his rules. No flashy cars, no headlines, and no drugs. But in the 1970s, as cocaine boomed, younger mobsters grew restless. Bruno's refusal to enter the trade planted the seeds of rebellion. To his face they called him the chairman. Behind his back, the old man. And the old man's time was running out. The conspiracy began with a phone call. Bruno's own consigliere, Antonio Caponigro, craved more power and profits. He struck a deal with New York's Genovese family, kill Bruno, take control, and flood Philly with heroin. On that March night, Caponigro's hitman waited in the shadows. Bruno never saw it coming, but the plot backfired. The Genoveses double-crossed Caponigro, killing him weeks later, stuffing $25,000 in his mouth and, elsewhere, a mob warning against greed. Bruno's murder shattered his family's code. Loyalty died with him. What followed wasn't a succession, it was a free-for-all. First, Philip Chicken Man Testa took Bruno's throne. It lasted 11 months. A nail bomb blew him off his porch, scattering debris for blocks. His successor, Salvi Testa, a golden boy with movie star looks, lasted longer, until he was lured to a fake meeting, shot, and dumped in a trash bag. Then came Nicodemo Little Nicky Scarfo, a psychopath who turned Philly into a war zone. Between 1981 and 1985, over 30 mobsters died, stabbed in diners, strangled with piano wire, even gunned down at Christmas parties. Bodies piled up so fast the press called it the Summer of Madness. Bruno's once stable empire became a cautionary tale. His killers? All dead. His legacy? A city drenched in blood, proving that in the mob, peace is just the calm before the storm. Today, Philly's mob is a shell of Bruno's vision. Scarfo died in prison, the family fractured, and the city's underworld, a ghost of its former self. Angelo Bruno's story isn't just about a mob boss, it's about the cost of principle in a world built on vice. Was he a relic, or the last sane man in an insane world? One thing's certain, his death didn't just end a life, it ended an idea, that crime could ever be civilized.